Hi, my name is Shabi Shafa. I'm a soldier in the U.S. Army. After multiple interactions with people in my personal network and on social media, I have decided to start sharing my experience and lessons learned throughout my time in the Army so far, from recruiting to basic training to AIT, where I am now. I will graduate in about 2 or 3 weeks. I will give you fresh and authentic content that hopefully will help you establish accurate perspective and expectations about the Army life that you've been dreaming about. Because of my experience in Silicon Valley and my 15 years of experience in entrepreneurship across Asia, Africa, and the US, I will also create content that speak to technology, investment, and innovation and business. I'm a proud ambassador of Black excellence and the continent of Africa everywhere that I go. So you should expect me every now and then to talk about Wakanda. Today's video, it's going to be a short video about how I joined the US Army. You ready? Let's get it. Okay, so how did I join the U.S. Army? So first things first, you should know that I was born in Africa to a political father who fought for the revolution back in my country. And having that political culture and experience, I felt that I needed to have understanding of how the Army works in order to have a more in-depth experience of, or knowledge of what governance could be. You know what I mean? I have experienced in my personal career, a lot of leadership and very, very young. But the Army style of leadership is something that has always been like a myth to me. I remember when I dropped out of the University of Ghana a few years ago. I spent a lot of time praying to God, trying to understand, what my purpose on earth is. And I was like, you know what, God, if I have to start my life all over again, I would like to do that as a military. And so one day I'm in somewhere in California, and I meet this guy, an Army recruiter, completely out of the blue. And he talks to me about the Army. I'm like, bro, you need to step back because I'm not trying to go to war and I'm not trying to die. And he explained to me, how that was just a stereotype and a strong misconception about the Army. So he got me interested. However, my mind was made up without even really knowing what the Army was about. So he gave me his card and I gave him my phone number. I knew that I was not gonna pick up his phone, right? his phone call. But what he did, which was very smart of him, was to have someone who was very close to the place where I was born. I told him that my mom was from Anejo in Togo, and his colleague is from Togo too. So he had his colleague call me rather than himself. And the conversation started, and it was pretty easy. So my recruiter takes me to MEPS, and then I take the ASVAB. I scored 76 percentile. And because I wasn't born here, I don't know what that was about. But they had me take an English test as well, and I scored 98 percentile as well. Even the jobs I was qualified for because of my, rather, high percentile score, I couldn't have access to them, because I didn't have security clearance and I wasn't born here. I don't have the American citizenship. So it was really sad. It was a very sad moment for me, but I had to settle for 74 Delta, which is CBRN. They call it CBRN, Chemical biological, radiological, and nuclear specialist. But somewhere along the line, I couldn't ship at MAPS because there was some paperwork issues with the DoD, Department of Defense, and my contract was canceled, and I lost that job. I lost that position, and in the restarting of my process, my contract, they give me another MLS, 92 Yankee unit supply. So having gone through basic training in Fort Leonard Wood in Missouri and being at AIT in Fort Lee in Virginia, I can tell you that my experience so far in the Army has been extremely amazing. Are there days that I'm very frustrated? Yes, mostly because of, people. But but it is what it is. And there's no organization and no work from man that's perfect. So I'm totally happy with that. And also, maybe you should also know this is a detail that we're going to discuss later. But I'm also 35, which is the limit for to join the Army. So I'm pretty much more experienced than most in the average of soldiers here. A lot of them are 22, 17. So the maturity level, there's a huge gap. And also my cultural background also plays into it a lot. But one of the beautiful things about the Army is that you have people, they come from different, walks of life, different backgrounds, different ethnicity and races, different religion and belief system, and they have to make it work. They have to make it work. A part of the benefit of joining the Army, I can quickly say that, for example, right now I have $70,000 to go back to school and to pay for my degree. That is amazing. And also like insurance. I know that as an active, I can also pay a house without a down payment right now. A house. Yes, a house. And I want to discuss my life in the Army with you. And I want to give you the reality of what it is. And eventually, we will talk about other things. I will post a lot of other, content that will help you move forward in your life and to achieve success. That's what I'm about. Please give a like, post a comment, ask me questions. If you have questions that you want me to answer, look, I'm here for you, and I will make sure that I give you at least, very accurate information so that you can build your future and then build your life further. That's it for now. I hope you like this video. Share it. Until my next video, please make sure you're good. God bless you. Stay safe. I love you. Bye.